correctly with the correct amount.
Awesome. That was My Plague from Kittie's new release, In the Black. In the Black, featuring Cutthroat and Sorrow, I Know, is going to hit the stores on September 15th. Log on to myspace.com/official Kittie. Check out their music and blog. Put one of their banners up on your MySpace. They have a link in their blog where you can grab your copy of Kittie's In the Black on a limited edition vinyl and signed poster along with your copy of the CD. Tour dates are now posted, so go out and show your support and don't miss their killer live performances. If you don't have a MySpace, you can log on to www.kittyrocks.com and get all the updates on the band for tours and pre-ordering Kittie's new album, In the Black. Hi, DJ Tina here, host of HMTB Canada E-Zine. With me is a very special guest, Mercedes Lander, drummer for the band Kittie. Hi Mercedes, congratulations on your new album, In the Black, which will be released through E1 Records on September 15th, 2009.
Yay! I'm so excited. It's definitely going to be one of the most exciting things that we've done in a really long time. So, but definitely, I'm super excited about it.
Super stoked, you mean?
Super stoked, yes.
Can you tell us about In the Black, such as the songs, their themes, and what's in store for the fans?
I mean, this album is, obviously, it's a staple Kittie record, but I think we have definitely grown in the past few years, even more so, obviously. I mean, we've been a band for 13 years now, which is a really long time in band years, especially nowadays. And it's just, the new music is just really, we've kind of just come into our own kind of thing. It's really, like, it's a really heavy record, but at the same time it has, you know, a lot of melody to it. So, really super excited about everything.
What motivates or inspires Kittie to write their lyrics? Are most of them based on relationships or everyday issues or past experiences?
More so everyday issues and, you know, experiences. I mean, it's pretty well known that we haven't had the most kosher experience with this band, you know what I mean? We've had a lot of really interesting things happen to us, and a lot of not so awesome things happen to us. So, you know, it's just more like everyday experiences and, you know, things that have happened to us, and that's pretty much how it goes with us. Not too much on relationships.
Do any of the band members contribute their ideas to these lyrics?
Just Morgan and I actually write all the lyrics, which is kind of nice because we're sisters.
It's cool. It's always fun. I noticed that your new song track posted on your MySpace page is more hardcore and brutal than your previous sounds. Has there been any challenges in laying the song tracks down to the recording In the Black?
Not really. I mean, we actually just put up a new song today called Sorrow I Know, which is a lighter track. We just shot a video for it.
Awesome.
In New York not too long ago. And I mean, we've always had that kind of like softer side, and we've had the heavier side. We've always had two sides to us. So I mean, it's never been really that hard for us.
Who is helping with the band with the music production, such as the mixing and the mastering of In the Black?
In the Black was mixed, or rather mastered by a guy named T-Roy, or Troy. He lives in Washington. And the record was produced and mixed by a friend of ours named Siegfried Meyer, who actually was the third assistant engineer on our second album, Oracle. He ended up building his own studio. It's an amazing place. So it's in the middle of the country, and we basically lived in a trailer on a farm for 3 weeks and recorded that record. And he did an amazing job. His studio sounds amazing.
Wow. Can you tell us a little about the current lineup and how each other met? And do all the members share the same influences for their music? And do they like to experiment and try new things with their sound?
Tara, our guitar player, is, we're all, I mean, all of us, like Tara and Ivy, Morgan, and myself, we all kind of, like, grew up on the same kind of music. I think that's where all of our kind of influences, like, lie deep within, you know, like all the classic rock, like Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Kiss, Van Halen, all those bands, you know, those are the bands that we have in common. And, like, I mean, we, as a band, listen to so many different kinds of music that, I mean, there's not really one kind of influence that, you know, we can, like, pick out, you know what I mean? Like, we're just so, our musical taste is just so different. So, I mean, but Ivy and Tara bring such a wonderful new element to the band. I mean, Tara is an amazing guitar player, and Ivy is such a great bass player. And it's really, you know, definitely helped with the progression of this band.
How did Kittie land the chance to work with David Brodsky for the upcoming new video, Sorrow I Know? Where on location is this going to take place? And can you give us a hint about the props and the set for this new video?
Sorrow I Know has actually already been shot.
Oh, cool.
And we shot it about 3 weeks ago in New York City. And the video kind of takes place in a 1920s speakeasy, like during Prohibition time, which it's definitely going to be one of the most racy videos we've ever had, for sure. It's going to be very, I think people are going to kind of like, it's going to make a lot of people turn their heads, but we're very excited about it. It's going to be great. That whole experience was just like one of the best experiences I've ever had on a video set. And we met Dave Brodsky through actually our VP, the VP of E1, Scott Givens, and he suggested him to do the video, and we kind of just looked at his reel, his I guess resume, and we decided on him. We really didn't look at anybody else for videos. It was kind of like we just kind of knew that we had to work with him. So that was pretty awesome.
So did his crew help out with the props and makeup and all that and storyboarding with the video?
Yeah, they pretty much what happened was Morgan and I kind of had this vision for the video, and we kind of told him about what we wanted the video to look like, and this is, you know, we told him that, you know, we wanted kind of like a burlesque kind of 1920s-ish speakeasy kind of video, and, you know, he took that and ran with it and made it look amazing. He did such a wonderful job. But we worked with a girl named Dahlia Warner who did our makeup, and a guy named Gregory Allen did our hair. So he doesn't really work with David Brodsky, but they hired him, or those people, to do the makeup and hair and stuff. And they did a wonderful job as well.
Yeah, I agree. I seen just little tidbits of the video, and I thought, this is the happening shit. This is so cool, what they're doing here. And I thought, this is really amazing. The hair, the makeup, it looks like it's something right out of that 20s era, like 1920s.
Yeah, we're really excited about that video. I think it's something that we've never done personally, not to give anything away or anything like that, but it's something that we've never done, and I think it's going to be a lot different than videos that we've done in the past.
Do you think you'll do it again to maybe a different time era or a different theme in the future?
I mean, we'll see. We're always thinking about ideas. So I and Tara and Ivy, we're always brainstorming on stuff. So
okay. Sounds good. Has the band been receiving requests from their fans on their MySpace page asking when they can view Sorrow I Know video, or is it out now?
It's really funny, too, because we had an open casting call for the video, and basically, like, we had fans fly in from, like, Miami and, like, from all over the world.
Wow.
People flying in for the video, and it basically, all the extras in the video, minus like one or two people. Like they're all from like our message board and our MySpace. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is for sure. I was curious about that. Figured, well, there's got to be fans that would be asking for that and wanting to see it. Do you find that the music scene is getting better today in Canada for underground metal bands being discovered, or is the old cliche true that Canada bands still need to travel to the USA first in order to become a popular item?
I think with Canada, I mean, back when we started our band 13 years ago, especially in London, Ontario, I don't really know about other parts, but I know in London, personally, there wasn't a whole lot of metal. The scene was predominantly like punk rock bands and ska bands. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, now metal's become a lot more popular in Southern Ontario, and there's definitely a lot more of a local metal scene now in our area, which is kind of cool. But I do think, in a way, a lot of bands from Canada do need to, I mean, either you're just popular in Canada, or if you get the chance to leave, and you do well in America, it either goes both ways, because we don't do too much in Canada. We've never really had a label in Canada. So, I mean, this record is going to be the first time that we've actually had like a label, besides the first record, in Canada, which is kind of cool for us. But I mean, I definitely think that a lot of bands feel that they need to go and make it somewhere else before they come back to Canada to get the respect that they want.
Well, that's the way story has it, that a lot of them, the average band says that you usually have to travel to the States first. But then I get differences of opinions out of all the bands I interviewed. But they're mostly male-gendered. But
yeah. I mean, like we definitely we left Canada years ago. I mean, we still live here, but we really don't play a whole lot of shows here. And the last 3 records that we've put out, we haven't really had a record label in Canada since the first record until now. Okay. But hopefully that'll all change. I think our pairing with E1 is going to work out wonderfully.
Kittie is a pioneer for all-female metal bands, and there's still not enough of them out there in the music industry today. In Canada, do you feel that the industry has gotten better for female musicians for opportunities compared to back in the 90s?
Oh, totally. I mean, still, really, there's not really any all-female metal band that's done what we've done still to this day. But I mean, when we started, it was just like people had never seen anything like it really before, and were freaking out about it. Now it's a lot more accepted to have like a female-fronted band or whatever, but still, there's no all-female metal bands. I've yet to see an all-female metal band that really even reaches that certain point where they start to become popular. I haven't really seen that. So, you girls need to start joining bands.
That's true. How about playing live shows in Canada, like throughout all of Canada? Does Kittie face any obstacles in finding places to play or touring back in the 90s compared to now?
Honestly, we have only done one full Canadian tour because we've never gotten the support in Canada that, we never really got the support. So we've only really done one tour in Canada. Oh. So I can't really, compare that to anything. I mean, I know this next tour coming up, we're going to be having a show in Toronto and Montreal, but we haven't been out west in almost 10 years.
Wow.
So it's just, it's different for us. I mean, like, we don't do things in this country for some reason. And I mean, like, obviously, I think part of that is, like, the promoters in those areas that we don't normally play at, you know what I mean? They're like, we've never really gotten any offers either. So, I mean, we play Toronto, once every 2 years, once a year, around that, time frame, once a year, once every year and a half kind of thing. But I mean, definitely we have not really played anywhere else in a very long time.
Okay, if the band had any chance to go anywhere in the world, where would they like to tour to? What country?
I think that in a whole, I think we just need to go back to South America. Because we've been there before, and it was amazing. I think we just need to go to the rest of the world. Go back to Europe, because we were there last year, and it was amazing. We need to go back to Japan and Australia, too, because those were amazing shows.
Which was your favorite place or country to play in? Which comes out as being the most memorable?
Probably Chile. Chile was, like, my favorite place to play in the universe, probably. It was one of the craziest shows we've ever played, just hands down. So, yeah, Chile. close second is Mexico.
I'm curious at this point, before the internet, what challenges did the band face to get their music heard and noticed back in the day?
The internet was kind of in its infancy when we first started the band, and luckily we used that tool. There wasn't a time when we didn't use the internet. So, it was, we definitely used that tool we have used that tool throughout the duration of being in this band. So there was never a point where we didn't have the internet.
What is your opinion on this issue when it comes to Canadian broadcasting media? Do you think a lot of the industry is too mainstream, or is college radio helping independent bands get noticed in Canada?
I think everywhere college radio is a good thing. College radio helps, people hear music that they wouldn't normally hear on mainstream radio, and that's the bottom line. College radio is great.
Okay. So what's your advice for new musicians wanting to start bands today or entering the music industry for the first time?
Oh, if you're going to play shows and be in a band, find people that are committed and share the same vision as you, and make sure to practice, because nobody likes a bad band.
Okay. I realize that Kittie has toured with a lot of great bands, but which one comes to mind as being the most favorite bands that you like to tour with?
Wow. I have two favorite bands to tour with. Pantera, which will never happen again for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Pantera was a great, wonderful band to tour with. Awesome dudes, amazing band. I've probably seen that band play 100 times, and it never got old. And just really super amazing musicians, super nice people, and they put on one hell of a show. And the other band is It Dies Today. They're really good friends of ours, and just a lot of fun to tour with, and just like good times with those people.
Is there any other musicians or bigger bands that you'd like to tour with?
I'll play with anybody. I don't care. I don't discriminate.
Okay. Oh, okay. So what's the focus for Kittie for the remainder of 2009? Will the band be going on a major tour to promote In the Black?
Yep. Our tour starts September 20th, I think, and runs until the 31st of August. October, yes, because it's August right now.
Yes.
So September 25th until October 31st. And you can check out our tour dates on our MySpace, myspace.com/officialkittie.
Before we wrap up our interview, does Kittie have any shout-outs to fans or friends?
Shout out to our message board. Woo! Everybody on our message board. And thank you to everybody for being so awesome and supporting the band, because without you, we are nothing.
Mercedes, thank you for this interview. I also want to send thanks to Bill Meese and E1 Music and Koch Records. Horns high, you rock.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.